Coming up on Mountain News this morning, 3 suspects in the Amber Spradlin murder case are expected to be in court this morning. What we know about the appearances so far. And it is a cold case that has impacted one family for nearly 3 decades. We talk to the victim's mom about the case.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning. I'm Madison Carmouche. We're at 6 o'clock this Monday morning, and I don't know about you all, but all weekend I was just singing, rain, rain, go away. And I think maybe it's over. So let's send it over to meteorologist Tim Drawbridge for a look at your forecast.
It's not over until Mother Nature says it's over, right, Madison? Don't worry, just get through today and you're going to love the rest of the week. 64 outside our door here in the heart of Perry County, and visibility still running low in a few spots this morning, but not a widespread problem by any means. 64, like I said, here in Hazard, 67 at London, 64 at Jonesville, and 69 at Ashland. The satellite radar composite showing breaks in the clouds this morning, a few showers already, so we'll deal with, yes, the shower threat, maybe a thunder shower or two midday, early afternoon. Otherwise, the trends are improving. That also includes the humidity dropping. A high today in Hazard up to 77. More about your ARH First Alert 7-day forecast as we head through the 6 o'clock hour. Madison?
All right, Tim, thank you. Michael McKinney, MK McKinney, and Josh Mullins are expected to be in court today. The trio is facing various charges in the Amber Spradlin murder case. Ahead of their appearances today, Grayson Passmore talked to Spradlin's cousin about what her family has been through during the past year.
June 18th, 2023 changed my life probably forever.
That was the day Debbie Hall learned her cousin, Amber Spradlin, had been murdered.
And she didn't deserve what she had done to her, because this could have been anybody's sister, cousin, mother, aunt. It could have been anybody. She was just a victim of being at the wrong place at the wrong time with the wrong people.
Spradlin was killed in the home of Prestonburg dentist and business owner Michael McKinney, and 13 months later, 3 men were arrested in connection to her murder. McKinney and Josh Mullins, who are charged with complicity to tampering with evidence, and McKinney's son, MK, who is charged with murder.
Everybody keeps saying congratulations, and I appreciate that, but this is just the beginning of a long road ahead of us. I'm sure there's going to be all kinds of motions and court hearings.
Michael McKinney has asked to be allowed to return to work. He was released from jail on a $250,000 cash bond after his arrest, but he was placed on home incarceration. McKinney was also suspended from practicing dentistry, but his motion argues that his work and oversights are essential for the business, and says he's still allowed to manage the practice. Hall and her family will be present in court on Monday morning when his motion is set to be heard, as they will for every hearing after.
Amber was just such a huge part of our family, and someone I talked to every single day, and so it's been hard, the hardest year of my life.
In Lexington, Grayson Passmore, WKYT.
While in court today, the attorney for MK McKinney is also expected to appear. Randy O'Neill filed a motion last week to dismiss the indictment against McKinney. According to court documents, the motion included supporting evidence linked to 3 case citations that could not be corroborated by the court. Attorneys for the Commonwealth are now calling for O'Neill to be held in contempt of court. He is expected to show cause for why he should not be. A former Post 11 Kentucky State Police trooper will appear in federal court today for a jury trial in which he is the defendant. Logan Howell is one of 4 defendants being sued by Bradley Hamblin in federal court. According to a complaint filed in December 2020, Howell was reportedly involved in beating Hamblin. Hamblin reportedly suffered numerous injuries, including several fractured bones and a head injury. Howell's jury trial begins at 9 this morning in London. Troy Campbell's murder trial is expected to begin today in Perry County. Campbell is charged with killing 29-year-old Ryan Whitaker in Hazard in February last year. Officers said Whitaker was shot in a driveway at a home on Gamble Drive. Shortly after his arrest, Campbell's attorney told the court, quote, "It's a self-defense case." Officers say Campbell shot Whitaker after an argument escalated. Two suspects in a Jackson County woman's death are set to appear in court today. Michael Edwards reportedly carjacked Tracy Clemens' truck. Officers say when Clemens grabbed the handle of the truck, she was dragged and then run over. Edwards is expected to appear for a preliminary hearing. Police say Richard Markham drove the vehicle Edwards got out of at the gas station prior to the reported carjacking. Markham is expected to appear for arraignment. Another case to keep an eye on today, Asa Simpson, Christian Helton, and Braylon Greer are the three suspects charged in a Pulaski County attempted murder case. Officers say a woman was shot and a car was found with bullet holes earlier this month. Police say the incident started due to accusations of a stolen car. Simpson and Helton are charged with attempted murder. Greer is charged with conspiracy to commit murder. All three will be in Pulaski District Court this morning. One missing Tennessee woman was found dead in Lake Cumberland. The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation say they found the missing Cumberland County woman dead in Lake Cumberland, Kentucky. 69-year-old Roxanne Gallagher was found Saturday afternoon. Earlier this month, a silver alert was issued for Gallagher after she was last seen late June on Dogwood Road. A man once accused of murder is no longer in jail after a judge granted him immunity from prosecution. James Thomas Morgan was accused of killing his stepson, Matthew Tosh, in their Laurel County home in August 2020. Morgan spent almost 4 years in jail. On Thursday, he was released. The judge agreed with Morgan's claims that it was self-defense, but Tosh's mother does not.
As for him stating my son charged him, he wasn't. Massey was behind me. He kind of leaned a little bit against the wall when I was in there.
Morgan's attorney initially said that Morgan was going to say more about this, but he could not be reached as of now. More than 34 years after the murder of her daughter, Janice Bailey is still looking for answers. On August 16, 1990, 21-year-old Jennifer Bailey went for a jog. Days later, she was found strangled to death. Since then, there have been no arrests. Janice says Jennifer meant the world to her.
She was my baby girl. She was 22 when she was buried. She was my sweetheart. When she went to work every morning, she'd say, "Bye, Mom, I love you. See you at 5 o'clock. Had a little card pulling out there at 5 o'clock.
Bailey says want the person or persons responsible to feel the pain she has felt for nearly 3 decades and a half. Officials say if you have any information about the case, call state police at 606-573-3131.
Good Monday to you. Hope you had a great weekend. Check out the satellite with a composite with me here. Some breaks in the clouds. Yes, a few showers. Moorhead back toward Lexington, Cynthiana to Maysville, and a couple of showers as you make your way through eastern portions of Kentucky on into the Virginias. As we got another disturbance rotating through the flow, and once it does, kind of accentuates a northerly flow, which means drier air and very comfortable air for the middle of the week. Right now outside our door, 64. We'll hold on to the clouds the first half of the day. Showers, perhaps a storm or two. And we all, for sure, get into the sunshine for this afternoon. The high in Hazard up to 77. Your ARH First Alert 7-day forecast in moments. Madison?
All right, Tim, thank you. And thank you for joining us on Mountain News this morning. More news is on the way. When you get stuck in traffic, a kangaroo is usually not the culprit. But in Logan County, West Virginia, that was exactly what happened.